y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's today? Wednesday? What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. You know who it is. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. Y'all was really in the comments about Mariah and Heavenly. I wonder what it is where we can't see that those two women they're just two different versions of the same woman. Does that make sense? Like, they're so, every critique that one has of the other, the only thing is the lying part. But in terms of behavior and jumping in when you're not supposed to, and being rude and being crass, and then like saying things about people's children, but that not being okay with saying things about people's, but it not being okay for somebody to say something about your mom. It's just like, it's the same thing. And I think that when people, it's natural, we have biases, and that's the reason why I said, like, objectively, just look at the behavior, not how you, ooh, damn, look at the sun. Oh my God, it's like it's perfect in the sky, and the sky is gray, and it's just this orange circle in the middle of the sky. So pretty. Yes, thank you. So, yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, they're the same woman, different version of the same woman. You understand? Like, and I think the reason why, somebody was in the comments saying that, today we're not talking about anything in particular, so FYI. The church and announcement, we done skipped over them. We right into the sermon. Why do we always compare some shit to preaching? That is so funny. What is that about us? Because we be telling it, like, we feel like we be getting, is that like when you preaching to somebody? What does that mean? I'm infused too, just to let y'all know. Y'all already probably can figure that out. I want some coffee. I want some chai tea. I'm all in his car. I was all in his face. Oh God, honey. Hello. Yes. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, they're two different versions of the same woman. Like, I don't, like, that's the only reason why I said, like, look at the behaviors objectively. And it's like, and I don't understand why people don't like Quad. Like, I don't understand what it is. Is she too dramatic? But is Mariah dramatic? They're all very dramatic women. Like, otherwise they wouldn't be entertaining. The only one who is the least dramatic is Jackie. You know what I mean? Like, they're all very dramatic women. Fuck, Aiden is fucking dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Eugene is dramatic. Even motherfucking Gregory is dramatic. Where are you going, Volts? I guess you gotta live by the name of your car, honey. But yeah, so I mean, y'all was in the comments, you know, I'm all for, like, the last thing y'all gotta call. I'm not telling y'all how to act. I'm just like, we good. Like, we're people who can talk to each other in our comments, right? And have some respectful discourse. I think we're all like, I don't have to say, I don't have to say that. I think we already talked about that, right? Look, we already talked about that. You understand what I'm saying? So, somebody just asked me, did I watch Real Housewives? Oh, Nathaniel asked me yesterday, did I watch Real? Oh, I didn't tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. Yesterday, I was at work, and I had a late lunch, and I had a Cobb salad out of the little, I don't know why I did that, out of the little, like, they have a vending area at our job. It's almost like a small, like a little corner store. It really literally is like a little corner store, and you just walk up to the shit, and it's nothing is secure. Everything is just out in the open, and you grab the stuff and you pay for it with your account or with a card, with your debit card. So I'll get a Cobb salad. And I was like, okay, I looked at the date. I was good. Okay, what's today's date? It said 11/17. What's today's date? The 13th. Yesterday was the 12th, right? Okay, so I was like, okay, like, that's a whole week. Okay, so it's good. So then I'm sitting in class. It was good. Like, it wasn't. Nothing looked wrong with it or nothing. Nothing looked wrong. Didn't smell bad. Nothing. It was good. So I'm eating or whatever, and then I start back to work, and I start getting a headache. Like my head felt like, I was like, oh my God, I was like, my blood vessels, you could feel them fucking constricting in my head. That's how. And then so one of the girls said, you want me to make you some coffee? And I was like, yeah, make me some coffee, because I know the caffeine will get rid of my headache. So I'm just thinking I have a headache because I hadn't eaten. I'm thinking, you haven't ate all day, you know, you having a late lunch, you having a headache. And then all the smoke, the air quality is really bad. So I'm like attributing all these different things to what could be, you know, causing my headache. Self-diagnosing. So I'm like, okay, so let me go. So she comes back with the coffee. I make my coffee. Then my head started hurting really, really bad, and my stomach started hurting. But not really my stomach, but like a feeling like, okay, your stomach is next. Like your body is, like I could just feel the molecular structure of my body changing. Like something's not right, bitch. I'm very aware of shit like that. So I let them go. I was like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all go because I don't feel good and I need to leave. I need to leave. So I let them go. I get in the car, and then all of a sudden, like I'm driving, and then all of a sudden I start to sweat. I was like, oh bitch, whatever the fuck you ate, whatever the fuck was in that fucking salad, your body is saying, get it the fuck out. So I'm trying to drive, but then my dumb ass, because I take an edible, right? So my dumb ass takes an edible. I'm saying I'm a dumb ass because I ended up throwing up 3 times before I got to the boys' school. I had to pull over, bitch. I had to pull over in some parking lot behind some rainbow. I know they were probably like, what the fuck is going on back there? Sorry. I'm sorry if anybody is eating. My apologies. I should have gave you a warning. But yes, it was not good. And then I didn't even go, when I went to get the boys, I didn't even go all the way inside. I waited till one of them saw me and was like, come on. I was like buckled over. As soon as I like, then I would well, let me just forget. So I threw up a few times. And then I got to the boys' school, got home, ran in the house, and I was just throwing up again. And I just laid down. And I didn't eat nothing last night. And I wanted something, but all I had was ginger ale. And then EJ, my son, he was like, let me rub your head, mommy, because I'm a healer. That's what he said. I was like, okay. He rubbed my head for 15 minutes. My headache went away. I was like, look at you. He was like, you gotta put some clear quartz on your forehead. I was like, okay. Okay, put some clear quartz. Okay, good. He's funny. That's my little monster. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about Michelle Williams and this white fiance of hers saying something about her mental health. That's what I want to talk about. No, it was something else. Nathaniel asked me if I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I said no, and I had it queued up to watch, y'all, but something in me was saying I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it, y'all. When I make my mind up about something, like, and I tried, I had it queued up. It was like all I had to do was press play. Oh my God, that's on y'all. And all I had to do was press play, and then I was like, no, I'm not about to watch it. So I ended up watching New Jersey. So y'all let me know if you watch New Jersey, because then I could talk about New Jersey, because I'm already interested in what the fuck is going on there with Teresa's ass and Dolores, and what's the other bitch's name, Margaret, her ass. And do y'all watch Real Housewives of New Jersey? Let me know, and we could talk about it. But again, it won't be its own review. It'll be mixed up. I think I'll do that because anyways, I'm thinking logistics in my head, and it's okay. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so why do I have these notes? Oh, okay, so look, Michelle Williams, that's what I want to talk about. I just don't want to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. I really don't. I don't. And then I looked to their last episode was down some more in viewership. It went from 1.94 for their opener, which was the lowest in 6 years, and then the second episode was down to 1.8. They haven't been in the 100 since the season that Kenya and Portia came. That was season 5. That was the last time they were in. There were 100 million or 1 million for their premiere episodes. And like I said, I don't want to say that it is because of Kenya, because like I think a lot of people tuned in to talk shit about Kenya, and if I feel like they like everybody, there's no reason. I don't know. It's something weird. Like I feel like Kenya brought people to watch so they could talk shit about her. Like I really believe that, because I don't really believe that Kenya's behavior was all that bad, more so than it was very antagonistic and button pushing, and maybe the people didn't like that. Like, but she was a very strategic cast member, very strategic. And I think it's so, and I was telling Nathaniel last night, I think it's incredible that all of these years she's been on there and people talking about her renting men and buying men and all this other stuff, and then now she has everything that they were like maybe wishing or hoping or not encouraging for her to have, be married, have a baby, and all this other stuff. And now y'all can't see none of that. She's not sharing it with you. And you probably want to see it so you can critique the fuck out of it. And I think it's a fucking genius move for you to be at this point in your life and you say, you know what? I'll keep it to myself. I said, come on, Kenya. I told Nathaniel last night, I think it was so perfect for that to occur the way that it is. And now look at the ratings. Look at the ratings. Do you know how many people would have been tuned in to see fucking Kenya married, having a baby, pregnant? Come on, y'all. Like, honestly, like, be objective about it and be like, you know what? People did tune in for her. People still, like, with Nene. The same thing happened with Nene. Although the ratings didn't drop when she left. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So we got to say, like, what are these contributing factors? Are people just over it? Like, I'm really not interested in Cynthia. I'm not interested in Portia. I said, it would be, look, I might as well watch the show. I didn't talk about it long enough. But I don't want to watch it. I'm not interested. And it's not because I'm just not interested. I would be like another Love and Hip Hop review. I would be me hollering and screaming and calling Portia stupid every episode. So I want to talk about Michelle Williams and her fiance, her white fiance. I don't care to know his name, to be honest. I don't know his name. I don't want to know his name. You don't even have to put it in the goddamn comments. But she got this white man, Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, the skinny gospel singer. We know that Michelle has been in the news or been in the media, and we've been about mental health. She's had she stayed at a mental health facility for a short period of time, and she has this fiance, and she's on this show. I don't know what the show is. All I'm talking about is what this clip that I saw, and the article that I read. I don't know if it was in The Root or Madame Noir. I don't know where it was, but she has this television. They're on this television show, and Michelle makes a mention to her white husband about him not growing up, and that's why him not growing up around black people, so him not being able to understand some cultural references. So he's not going to understand these cultural references because you were not raised around black people. You're not black. You're not black. You wasn't raised around black people. Okay, so that was the premise of it. I'm not quoting her. I'm just telling you, we talking or whatever. So he says to her, he reacts to that, and he has an issue with her when she mentions race. You're married to a black woman? Okay. I don't know if he's one of those I don't see race ass motherfuckers. Okay. You doing the most. I don't know what you are doing. So he doesn't like when she mentions race. So he reacts and mentions her mental illness by asking her, did you take your meds? Now, here's my question. This is the question. She's diagnosed with a mental illness. She mentions race. You don't like her to mention race. You are an interracial couple. has this beard. He performs very like, I don't know. I just don't like the way he was looking at her in the picture that I saw. I just didn't like the way he was looking at her. But anyways, is that fair for him to say, did you take your meds today? As a response to whatever she said about him not growing up around black people, so he can't understand some cultural references. Is all fair? Is that fair for him to say to her, did you take your meds today? Because there was a lot of people that were like, he's very insensitive. Is she being insensitive by saying he wasn't raised around black people? And then I wrote, is all fair in love and war? Was he being insensitive? Was she being insensitive to him? But it would only, to me, I feel like there's two sides to that statement. Her to be sensitive to him not being raised around black people. Is that a thing? Because he's white. And is it a thing for him to be sensitive to her mental illness as to not make jokes or make references that maybe you're not thinking clear because, or, you know, you didn't take your meds. Did you take your meds today? Like, you trying to be funny? Like that. So, was she being insensitive? Was he being insensitive? And I'm by looking at him, just the energy that I got from the page was that he is resentful for not being black. He either resents black men or he resents not being black. Only reason why I said that, because when I looked at him, he looked like a light-skinned black man. So he's, to me, because I just saw a clip, understand me, I don't know nothing about Michelle's husband, but that's what he looks like. He looks like a very light-skinned black man. And the way that he performs, you understand what I'm saying? It was like a black man. So do you think like maybe he mimics? I don't know. Am I seeing something? Am I seeing something wrong? Is my lens off? You know what I'm saying? And then I said, is it okay to ask someone in a like conflict or heated discussion, did you take your meds? Is that seen as dismissive to like whatever it is that they're saying? Like, I don't understand. What do y'all think? That's what I wanted to know, because I'm like, first of all, how can you be mad at her or not like for her to mention race? That's a black woman. You are married to a black woman. You are married to someone who is, and I don't like the oppression Olympics, but we're just going to state facts. The most oppressive, marginalized group of collective that there is, right? And in the United States. And all over, really. But, let me just, okay, I don't want to get off. I see, when I start thinking about facts and stuff, I like to mention all the facts because I want to cover all bases when I make a statement, but I can't do that all the time, y'all. So I be going off like, okay, like, whatever, like I'm just doing right now. Okay, anyway, so listen. So, do we think it's insensitive for somebody or dismissive for somebody to mention during a conflict if you took your meds or not? Is Michelle being insensitive to him by mentioning in a way like you weren't raised around black people, so you wouldn't get, like, it's a black thing, you wouldn't understand. I remember white people being getting mad about that, like it's a black thing you wouldn't understand. I think they feel they're so used to being able to be a part of everything, whether by force or just by entitlement. You feel like you should know everything. You feel like you should be able to do whatever you want. And when it comes to the black collective, you really can't. If you just can't, you're not going to understand the language. You're not going to understand the culture. You're not going to understand subcultures. You're not going to understand lingo, like what I said, language. So is it insensitive to say somebody to tell somebody, well, I mean, you wasn't raised around black people, so you're not gonna understand what I'm saying anyway? Does he like feel like, oh, you're not including me, or I'm included, or you speaking another language that I can't understand? Like, would it be like being married to someone who spoke like a like someone that was non-black but spoke another language, right? Like, would he feel like that if she was speaking another language? If she was Mexican and speaking Spanish, would he feel like, don't speak Spanish around me? Because that, like, I don't know what that is about people who want to control, like, in that manner. You're not included. You're not gonna get it. Like, and I'm trying to figure out, is it insensitive for us to say to a partner who is non-black, you're not going to get it because you're not black? So y'all in the comments who are in interracial relationships, is it insensitive, or do you feel like it's insensitive to mention to your non-black partner, you're not black, so you're not going to understand what I'm talking about? And has there been instances where that has occurred, where it was something a cultural reference that you had to explain? That's one reason why I couldn't see myself in an interracial relationship, because we just don't speak the same language. And at the base level, you would have had to been raised around black people, like, because I don't have time to explain to you why I have this on. I don't have time to explain to a man or a woman why I have this on. Why do you got to wear a scarf to bed every night? Black men already understand that. Black women understand that. We understand that. That's a cultural thing. When we say things about do-rags and stuff like that, and they don't get it because they don't understand. I mean, and that's our culture. These are things, cultural references. So is it insensitive? And is it insensitive on the other end for any conflict or debate or disagreement or whatever you're having with your partner, for them to retort with, did you take your meds today? And I've always looked at, now I'm going off on another topic about Michelle and her behavior. Michelle looks to be like she is uncomfortable with herself. And she's always seemed like that to me, like uncomfortable with herself. And even in the group, you understand what I'm saying? Even in Destiny's Child, I felt like she was just uncomfortable, and maybe it was her mental illness, coming out. I just felt like Michelle was always uncomfortable. I felt like she was always out of place. I felt like she was just like, and I'm trying to think, is part of that personality that I've seen, I don't know if anybody else has caught on to that do you think she's in a relationship that is not good for her? Someone who is diagnosed with a mental illness, someone who is vocal about their mental illness, someone who has been hospitalized for their mental illness. Do you think being with somebody who's insensitive to that, like, would mention that, did you take your meds today? And is it like a self-hating thing, like this relationship and then this person who's insensitive? And I know, like, in arguments, people say things that could be insensitive. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't know, because, like, the one side is like race, other side is mental illness. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's some conflict about race in an interracial relationship where he doesn't want her to mention race, but motherfucker, I'm black. And two, mental illness. Is this person, every time you're going to say something about race, the retort is going to be something about a medical condition that you don't have any control over? I mean, we don't have I don't know. What do y'all think? And that's all I need to say about that. Okay, now, Cardi B, Chance the Rapper, and T.I. have a music competition show on Netflix. Is it gonna be weekly? Cardi B's doing her thing. I don't really care for T.I. Are we gonna watch that? I think it's next year, coming out next year. The wildfires of California, not wildfires, but these fires in, why am I calling them wildfires? These fires in California, there's a lot of people discussing how there's no national news coverage of fires when they happen in California, and it's a seasonal thing. And I was saying last night, I think it's because people don't see fires as natural disasters. Like fires fire is a natural thing, right? But in terms of natural disasters, we have earthquakes. It's all the elements: earth, air, fire, water, right? Earthquakes, fires, tsunami, whatever, hurricanes, and tornadoes. Do we see fire as like that? Like, I feel like the media is like, somebody started that shit. Like, that wasn't something that no one had control over. Because fires are usually, if they're, well, I don't want to say that, because they can start naturally. Like, the sun can light some fucking, hit some grass a certain way, some dry ass grass, and fucking start a fire. So I just debunked everything I just was trying to say. Because I was trying to say, are they not paying attention to the media, or is the media not paying attention? Because a lot of fires that start in California are started by a human. Like, so there was human interaction in that. That was not something that was out of somebody's control, like a tornado or an earthquake. I mean, we could talk about weather machines and stuff like that, but you understand what I'm saying. You understand? So I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that's the reason why? Are y'all hearing about what's going on in California? Like, the air quality in New York right now is like 20, right? Out here is 400 and something. It's very hazardous. The people you should not be outside. Doors closed. I mean, it's like whole hospitals burning down. Like, y'all, like, I don't know if y'all seen it, just go put it in, but there's fires up here, and then there's fires in Southern California too. And I had to comfort my son, because he was like, do we have to move? I mean, like, shouldn't we be prepared? That's what the little one was saying. Shouldn't we be prepared? I was like, go in there and pack you a bag and your shoes. What do you think you should have? How do you think you need to be prepared if we have to evacuate because of a fire? Go get your stuff together and do it. He went in there and got his stuff together. He's prepared for the fire. I'm not. But we're not in danger, FYI. It's like really smoggy and really smoky, and like, it's just smoke all in the air. It's really bad. The air quality is really bad. Like I said, right now I have this air quality app on my phone that I put on since all of this stuff has been happening, and the good air quality is around 20, and right now up here it's 440 something. So just think about that. And there's just like people talking about that the news is not covering it. And have y'all been seeing it on your news, on your cable news? And I think it's because they feel like, oh, somebody started that shit, you know? I don't know. Anyways, that's me. I'm talking. I'm done talking. I'm nosy, huh? Do y'all be like, Erica is nosy? Nobody has ever said it. But I think I'm nosy. I be all in people's cars. Anyway, so you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know what you think about Michelle. Am I thinking too hard about it? Or like, I was like, what, Michelle? And it just seems like she's just very very you know, introverted, you know? I just feel like she should be taken care of differently. I don't know. And like I said, I don't know nothing about Michelle. I don't even keep up with Michelle. I don't keep up with none of them except for the Beyonce. I don't keep up with none of them. You understand? Especially Michelle. She was always my least favorite. But I'm looking at her, you know, she has a great personality and stuff like that. And I'm just like, Michelle, what's going on, girl? Like, is this what you dealing with regularly? Like, you can't talk about race? Bitch, you black. Like, and you sing gospel, you black as fuck. Like, what the fuck? And he's looking at her like that, and I was like, ugh. But then I thought to myself, this nigga, he doesn't like black men. He's resentful. I feel like he's resentful. Like, I don't know. What did y'all, am I reading too much into it? My eyes is closing. Let me go. It's 30 minutes. Have a wonderful day. Take care of each other.